Let's look at number 20. It's a circle. My problem, my number 20 says, a circle has a 115-degree central angle that inscribes an arc that is 11 pi inches long. What's the circumference? Use 3.14 for pi. Whoa, confusing. Stop right there. Don't panic. Draw a picture. Let's do it. First, we have a circle. This is probably going to be a terrible circle. That turned out pretty good. Slightly deformed, but pretty good. And then we have a 115-degree central angle. Now, some of you might have angles that are even over 180. Don't make that cause you to panic. Okay. Acute, 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 right, 90 degrees. Obtuse, 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 straight. And then if your angle is greater than 180 degrees, then it just keeps on going around this way. So for just an example, if your angle was 300 degrees, then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start it here. I'm going to pretend like my angle was 300 degrees for just a second. 90, 180, 270, and then a little more. So this, all the way around here, looks like Pac-Man. That is a 300-degree angle. It goes all the way around, and it leaves this one little piece right here that's acute. But the rest of it is like taking up the majority of the circle. Okay, but that's not my angle. Mine was 115 degrees. So just in case you had an enormous angle and you'd never seen an angle like that big before, now you know. Oh, actually, while I'm talking about it, let me just give you a couple quick guidelines. If your angle is between 0 and 90, you know what to do. If your angle is between 90 and 180, it's going to be in this range. If your angle is between 180 and 270, it's going to be this, somewhere in here, and it's going to go around this way. Anything greater than 270 swings back around here. Okay, if you're still confused about it, you can ask me. But again, my angle was 115 degrees, which is just somewhere in this area right here. It's a central angle. Central angle meaning it goes through the circle, so 115 degrees. And then it told me the intercepted arc, or the inscribed arc, was 11 pi inches long. Whoa, confusing. Well, let's define that. This is an inscribed arc, right there. This, from here to here, this is 11 pi inches long. Now, the problem told me to use 3.14 for pi, so that's a horribly rounded approximation. But we'll go with it. 11 times 3.14, and I got 3454. So let's really write down what it should be. This is 34.54 inches. So just to recap, that was a joke. Recap? Anyway, just to recap, we have a circle with an intercepted arc, and this arc is this long. And now the question was, what's the circumference of the whole circle? Whoa! Confused. Don't be confused. Stop your confusion. This is a proportion, and once I set it up, you're going to say, oh, this makes so much sense. Of course, the circumference is the distance around the entire circle, so we're looking for that. We want to know how long that is. And the problem is we only know that much of it. Well, how much is that much? What portion of the circle do we have? What fraction of a circle do we have? We have 115 degrees out of a whole circle. Well, how much is a circle? I just did a 360. It wasn't very elegant, and I would not get a 10 in an ice skating competition, but I'm not Brian Boitano. Look him up. He's a good skater. 115 over 360. Not Tanya Harding either. I don't go around hitting people in the leg with pipes. We have this much of the circle, and it's equal to the ratio of the arc to the circumference. Let me say that again. It'll make a little more sense this time. This is the ratio of the angle measurements. This is part over the whole. And we're going to do this with angles, and we're going to do this with arcs. We know this much of the circle is 3454. What we don't know is the circumference. Oh my gosh, I feel like cross multiplying. Now you know how to cross multiply. I hope you do. I encounter students all the time that really get mixed up with cross multiplication. It's not as hard as you may think it is. 115 times C equals, and they try to make fractions out of it and all kinds of crazy stuff. They equal each other. 360 times that would be, I don't know. 360 times 3454. That's a crazy decimal. 1, 2, 4, 3, 4.4. Okay, I'm not going to finish this problem. I'm going to let you finish this problem and you can do your own. But I would like to think that it's pretty obvious at this point that you'll just simply divide by 115. There you go.